Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler.
And Mike, and this video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, and all of the 562's water polo coverage this season is brought to you by Aqualand.
The calm before the storm. Here at Woollett Aquatic Center in Irvine, a champion will be crowned this afternoon. Long Beach Poly taking on Crespi in the Division 4 Boys Water Polo Championship.
Yeah, this all-alumni coaching staff of Ish Plutone, Chase McPherson, and Ryan Rockenbach looking to make some history, but Crespi, a solid team. They've been ranked near the top of D4 all year and just had a blowout win in the semis.
Poly looking for their first water polo title since 1929. That's since the Great Depression, Mike. The first one. And with a title on the line from the opening sprint, looked like we're in for a real battle with some choppy waters from the outset.
That's what you want in a championship, and that's how this thing started off. Poly getting good looks in the first quarter, but had a tough time finding the back of the net, which is where you want to put the ball.
Ideally.
Credit to Ryan Coronado in the cage and Crespi's defense for really frustrating Poly's offense, forcing them into shots they didn't want to take, and overall disrupting that jackrabbit ball movement.
Meanwhile, at the other end, Milo Joseph getting the Celts' attack going early. He scored the first 2 goals as Crespi would take that early 2-0 advantage, all important in a title game, to get off to a good start. Poly did not, though they did get it inside to Chaz Pruitt. He's fouled, and that would set up Reese Hammond for a 5-meter penalty. He goes down the middle with power to put Poly on the board. It's now 2-1.
So Poly certainly hoping that would be the spark that turned things around, but it was not to be right away. Joseph answers with a 5-meter of his own, and then the freshman Taj Draper scores a tough angle. Crespi a 5-1 lead after the first quarter. Poly has not trailed in these playoffs, so you're wondering how they're going to respond.
Could Crespi keep it up the whole game? You don't have the facilities for that, big man. Chaz Pruitt with the steal here in the second quarter. Gets on the counterattack. He outswims the defense and delivers this backhanded compliment to cut the deficit to 3. Defense leading to offense has been Poly's bread and butter this season.
They are a counter-service team for sure. Second quarter totally changed the game, and it happened at this end of the pool. That Jackrabbits defense packed it in and took the ball away. They were able to stop Joseph and stop the Celts. They were all in the passing lanes, and a huge credit to Charlie Lemus, the senior goalie. Great last line of defense, and he was nails in that second quarter as Poly holds Crespi scoreless after giving up 5 in the first quarter.
Meanwhile, Poly was not scoreless. Tyler Odie fires this one through the trees. Then, on a tough angle, it's going to be Colin Suhu. What it do? Jackrabbits pull within 1. Let's get a vibe check from the Poly bench. Yeah, they're energetic. They're feeling it. They're fired up. They're getting the crowd going.
Vibes trending in a good direction. Marcus Cruz firing one home, and we're all tied at 5. And let's check in with the Poly crowd. They're definitely feeling it. Some instant life after that early deficit, but Poly not done yet. Closing seconds of the half, Suhu is fouled. That's going to give Poly another 5-meter, and you know it's Hammond doing the honors.
After an epic second quarter, here's the Reese de Resistance. Hammond buries it to give Poly its first lead, 6-5. That's a 5-0 second quarter for the Jackrabbits. 6-5 lead at halftime. The energy was palpable on that Poly bench. All the momentum wearing green.
Yeah, and that's what they needed after that tough start to the game, but they continued their scoring into the third. Chaz Pruitt sneaks this one into the cage.
No cap.
Poly up 7-5 on that goal. Crespi desperate for an answer on the counterattack. Joseph would draw the penalty, but Joseph and the Celts losing their grip on this game, does not get a shot off on the 5-meter. A tough mistake for the Pepperdine commit right there, but on the next possession, he does put one away to end the scoring drought. And he's got a message for the Poly crowd, Tyler.
Yeah, bold move as he lets the crowd know he wants them to be quiet after Poly just went on a 6-0 scoring run, and it didn't work. Poly goes somewhere over the rainbow and finds a pot of gold as Bo Wade drops one in.
Over the rainbow?
And if you listen closely, you can hear the calming sounds of smooth Chaz as Pruitt scores 2 more goals for a third quarter hat trick. Poly's up 10-6.
The rainbow, do you get it?
Yeah, we're still on that?
After trailing 5-1, the Jackrabbits scored 9 of the next 10 goals in this game. A really incredible turnaround. Colin Suhu snipes one in. I would say it was medium buttery. First goal of the fourth quarter. That puts Poly up 11-6, and that Poly crowd is really feeling it now.
Crespi's offense was able to get going again in that fourth quarter as Joseph racked up 7 goals for the game, but the team never got within 3. Poly was still looking to score, not wasting time. Senior captain Tyler Odie going to tack on another goal as Poly was still keeping their offense humming. And Mike, I got $1 million idea here. We've got Reese's Cups.
Yes.
We've got Reese's Pieces.
Sure.
What about a Reese's Lollipop?
You mean a Reese's Lobby Pop?
Hammond going to float one in and starts working the crowd as he just knows. He's on a stage, he's celebrating. Pruitt bangs in his team-leading 5th goal of the game. Man, the energy was building at that point.
And for the 126th time in school history, the Green and Gold faithful are ready to receive their plaque first. A minor bit of keep away as the Jackrabbits are up. They stay up, and that is it. Their first CIF championship for boys water polo since 1929. That's 92 years if you're counting. And incredible to see these guys get the celebratory dip in the pool, our favorite celebration in all of sports. And yeah, go ahead, coaches, you've earned it. Yeah,
drop the phones and then hop on in the pool. Man, we've talked about, obviously, the coaching staff, all alums of the program, such a family feel for this group, and it just felt like a special team. But you still have to earn it. You still got to go out there and win it in the playoffs, and boy, did they in some really tough matches. Ish Plutone, the head coach, class of 2011, reminding his team that they just broke that 92-year title drought for Poly water polo, and 2021 will be in the rafters forever at Long Beach Poly.
And to put that in perspective, the Long Beach Shoreline had waves the last time this team won a CIF water polo championship. They won 11 of them from 1911 to 1929, and this is their first in 92 years. A huge congrats to Coach Plutone and the rest of the Jackrabbits, as well as that crowd for showing up. What a fun day it was at Woollett to see this team get to make some history.
A ton of fun. Poly will now wait the draw for the CIF State Regional Bracket, but for now, they can enjoy this title.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including Ocean Law Center. And yeah, water polo season not over yet. We've got a state bracket coming up next week for coverage of that and everything else Long Beach sports. Keep it right here.